Welcome to this week's episode of Ezentuary. We're back! We had a long break, but we're here again. So, you guys left off by a lake in the Underdark. Let me set the scene. The air is damp and musty. The sound of dripping water echoes off the far cavern walls. The ground is rocky and uneven, sloping down towards the dark, still waters of the underground lake. The water is so deep that the bottom is not visible, and the surface is constantly rippling by the movement of unseen creatures. The shore is dotted with stalagmites and stalactites, some of which have formed columns where they have met. Where the walls of the cavern can be seen, they are rough and jagged with veins of glowing minerals running through them. Strange luminescent fungi grow in patches on the rocks, providing a dim, eerie light. The only sound is the dripping of water, and after the mighty swing that freed Grimmel last time, the ear-piercing scream of a deep-dwelling beast, followed by dead silence. Do remember that you do have escaped prisoner with you. Most of the ones you helped escape decided to make it on their own, made their own way away, as a bunch were native to the Underdark and just happened to be captured. But one in particular stayed with you, Prince Dendril of the faraway kingdom of Nelrindavine. He's wandering somewhat behind you, but most of the party is down kind of by where this lake flows out over a small embankment into a river and off into the distance. But where we start today is I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
What would you look at? It's our greatest attribute.
Oh, I knew that was wrong. I accidentally pulled up the wrong character sheet, and I was like, I had that good of wisdom? No, it was wrong. That was the wrong sheet.
Fox
Mark got
gets
5.
Okay, wait a sec. Poplark, I heard 5. I think Foxglove, did you say 19?
I said 9.
Oh, 9. Okay. Sorry, he talked
too
over
highly.
part of you.
Ha. I also got a 9.
Okay.
Me gets 6.
And 6.
Aha! I am the
Okay.
wisest of them all.
No, you're not.
Number 1's the best, right? 5. It's close.
Yeah, definitely. That's how that works.
Aha!
So we all failed.
Yes, so I need everyone now to roll a 1d100 and tell me what you get.
Ooh, this'll be fun.
55.
What'd you say, 55?
55.
Foxglove got
Okay.
100.
Fox, well, I'm coming in at 100. Poplar, the first part of whatever you're saying is getting cut off every time, so I just keep hearing 5.
I will try to say something before then and say 45.
See, that worked perfectly.
Aha! I just have to make lots of sounds before. Haha.
Yes. Alright. Grimmel and Barry?
Me think me gets 17.
Okay.
Grimmel gets the answer to life, the universe, and everything. 42.
Awesome. Alright. So, let me roll a 1d10 really quick for everyone. It's going to be easier this way. Alright. Barry, you are first. You are paralyzed for the next 4 minutes. Grimmel, you begin babbling incoherently and are incapable of normal speech for the next 2 minutes.
Darn.
Foxglove, you fall unconscious for the next 9 minutes. And Poplart, you also begin babbling incoherently for the next 4 minutes. Alright, as this is happening, you don't notice, but that beak that had pierced out of the water last time and made that horrendous sound starts rising from the surface of the water. 2 hooks catch the shore and pull it up And though you don't really register this because of the various things that are going on, but you see that the hooks are actually its arms as it pulls its way up and over to you, and it walks through, swinging its head, checking out each one at a time. It is at this point that Prince, what was his name? Darendil comes running down and starts throwing rocks, and he hits the creature in its head. It turns, stomps towards him a little bit, where he turns and then runs away, distracting it. And as he turns back, he goes to strike. Let's see. Let's roll one of these. He goes to strike Barry, and it has been, let's call it, 2 minutes. So whoever had a 2-minute timer, you're free to wake up or stop your effect.
Don't think any of us did.
Someone had a 2. I believe that was...
Foxglove fell asleep for 9 minutes.
Yes, Foxglove's down for 9. I think it was Grimmel that was at 2, and Poplart was at 4.
Yeah. Uplight goes over and just starts poking at Grimmel or Foxglove, who's asleep.
Foxglove.
Well, you're babbling. You're just like...
Yeah, I can still poke.
Yeah, you can... All right, sure. You poke with disadvantage. But... So the more important thing is... All right. So he comes down and he just kind of takes a test hit at Barry to see what he is capable of doing. And that is a 11 to hit. You're paralyzed. Oh, I get advantage. And he nat ones. Never mind. So he goes to test, and apparently just strikes you and bounces off, shakes his head, and makes a move towards Foxglove, because he sees Foxglove lying on the ground and being poked by a babbling Poplart. He'll take another test swing. Oh, wrong die. Helps if I grab the right one. Test swing, and just for fun, I'm gonna roll this. That's hilarious. All right, so he goes to actually hit Foxglove and misses and hits Poplart. But it's just it's not like a full force, it's just a little test push thing where he hits you for 3 slashing damage. Alright. So Grimmel, you snap back into your full consciousness. What do you do?
So he's taking test swings, right?
Yeah, he just kind of was testing to make sure you guys were more or less incapacitated. He went for the big guy first, couldn't do anything, and then so he went over to make sure that the other one was down, and in taking a kind of swing at the ground, missed and hit Poplart. Knocked him back, and he kept babbling away, so he's like, that guy's safe.
Okay. I think I'm going to do a little trickaroo here. I'm going to continue to keep babbling incoherently, and then when he goes to swing at me, I'm going to use Zeratan's blessing to turn to rock so that he stubs a finger.
Roll a performance really quick.
Oh, I have really high charisma. I could still roll a 2. Close to a 2. I got a 10 on that.
Which is good enough.
Perfect.
Because he gets a 9 versus you. So, all right, he will turn, and let's check the clock. I'm just kind of advancing stuff here. We'll say another minute has gone by as he comes back to give you a poke. And he'll make that attempt at a 22 to hit.
So it hits, but I turn to stone and he basically hits a rock wall.
Yeah. So wham! And takes a chunk of that claw kind of cracks and comes off, and he takes 2 damage and pulls back. It's like
Taste my evil fury!
he will, having done that. Let's see, what would be appropriate. He'll get mad and hook you and just cast you to the side, like toss you over. So it'll be a I guess if you can move, so you could do a dex save here, and if you fail versus his strength, he's gonna toss you.
Okay, I'll do dex.
You just have to
I rolled
do
a
better
nat
than a
20.
9. Yeah, you do your little birdie flip out of the way.
I
And
keep
now he's
that
aware.
20 in my dex saves.
That was good. All right. It's you.
Okay, so I have successfully stubbed his cloth. Now,
Yep.
what can I do for damage? He didn't injure me.
Nope.
Ooh, actually, let's try that, because I have an invocation for that. I'm gonna be basic and do Eldritch Blast, but I have an invocation that adds my charisma modifier to the damage, which will
Ooh,
be a
nice.
lot. So, Eldritch Blast. Let me make sure of this. Okay, not there yet. Okay. That is a 14 to hit. Probably does not hit.
No, it does not.
Ah, well, I tried.
Worth a shot.
Right.
Cool. Well, let's advance 1 more minute. So anyone that had a 4-minute marker, you are free.
Ugh. Good. Me leap to feet. Me really upset.
Well, you just become unparalyzed. You didn't go down.
Oh, all right. Well, me now move. Me roar and rage.
Okay. Do you want to make an
Right.
intimidation check?
Oh, I wasn't good.
I just didn't know where you were going with that.
You understand that would be your turn, right?
Oh, is that it? Just roaring and checking intimidation?
No, it's fine. Don't do that. I thought it would be funny.
Well, no, I'm fine doing it. Yeah, I mean, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I'll do an intimidation check.
Sure.
Ooh, 19.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And he definitely fails his save. And you see him, like, shake his head, and it was almost like it's like he blew out eardrums. He's just like, ah!
And then what happens?
Well, let's say you did that. Well, here, who else is down? Oh, and Poplar's free as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, well, here, let's do this. Let's say you did that, and then Grimmel goes to do something.
I just went.
Oh, you did? Okay, Grimmel. Okay, sorry. So Poplar, you can move again, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you do something.
Is there anywhere I can hide?
Yeah, I mean, there's, mushrooms and people.
Okay.
And stalagmites and stalagmites.
Yeah, there's stalagmites. You could go behind them.
Oh, bonus action. Try to hide myself away.
Okay. You do that. You are totally invisible to the creature.
Right. And then sneak attack.
Okay.
If I
You
guess
you find what? Go
yes,
ahead.
go ahead. So I guess with a bow or something.
Yeah, go for it. You find that it's just standing there, and you seem to have advantage.
Hooray! I mean, sneak attack is advantage anyway.
Oh well, you
You
get double advantage.
Hooray! That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So that is actually a lot of damage. Holy crap, that's 15 plus 2d6. That's 25 damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, it stumbles back and starts swinging wildly. You get the impression that it has no idea where anyone is, and it just starts moving around. So it'll swing where it thought Poplar, or not Poplar, where it thought Grimmel was, and it swings at disadvantage, putting it at a 9 to hit. And that was one arm. And then yeah, I didn't think it did. And then the other one, it starts swinging around, and that is towards Barry, and that's a whole whopping 10 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah. So, all right. I guess we'll just go back to the top. So, Grimmel, it's you. And we'll progress a minute for Foxglove's sake.
Eldritch Blast didn't work last time, but there's always a second time!
And you get advantage this time.
Good, I needed it. I rolled a 2 the first time.
Ouch.
And then I rolled a 4, so that's a 11 to hit.
Yeah, that didn't work for you.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
But
Weird.
Barry.
Trying the same thing again, but with more confidence doesn't work all the time. This is
Oh, you
new
can keep
for me.
trying. Try again, All right, Barry, this is your time.
Ooh, how far away is Monster?
He's swinging at you 10 feet.
Okay. How far away is body of Monster? Is it kind of right at shore's edge, or is it kind of beyond reach? Is it in water?
He's near shore. Yeah, he pulled himself out.
Oh, good. Okay. Me run in and take mighty swing at its body.
Go for it. You do so at advantage thanks to your deafening scream you let out.
Me don't think me need advantage. 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Oh, right. And... yeah, me swinging two-handed. Ooh. 7 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me not roll so good on damage.
I saw that.
All right, that
All right,
turn.
but you give him a good hit, and it knocks him back, and he kind of stumbles, and he's like, ah. Poplar, what do you want to do?
I guess bonus action to hide behind someone again. I can successfully hide. And stabby sneak attack.
Okay.
Okay. I have advantage still, right? And it does not matter.
Yes, and good.
Because I first one was a nat 1, and the second roll was what would it be? 10?
Yep, that doesn't matter. So you go and you try to like stab it in its foot, maybe to knock it off balance, and you just like hit a toenail, so it just your blade bounces off.
Stupid toes.
All right, it realizing that it is kind of lost here, uses its movement to fall backwards into the water and disappear beneath the surface.
Howard!
Ah, victory!
It was just scared to see what would happen when my Eldritch Blast finally did hit!
Well, as you guys are standing there on the shore, all of a sudden, the prince comes running down. He's like, "Did it work? I tried to help you guys. I didn't know what to do, so I just threw some rocks at it."
Yes, very helpful.
Yes. You did good.
Oh, good. And a couple minutes after that, Foxglove wakes up.
Well, that was quite the unexpected beauty rest.
Glad you thought so.
Man, I'm impressed. You could nap through that sort of stuff? Man, I'm jealous.
You did not need beauty rest to be any more beautiful.
Save it.
All right. Where we go from here?
That is true.
Anyone with a passive perception of 13 or higher hears a splash about 60 feet out in the water from you.
Nope, not me.
I would probably...
Me only have 11.
How do you have 11? Isn't it based on intelligence?
Yes.
Wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom.
Aha! My passive perception is 9.
My passive perception is also 11.
Mine is also 9.
So nobody hears it.
All right, so none of you heard that. Sorry, never mind.
Hoplite is too busy marveling at the ability to nap in the middle of a fight.
I tried to be helpful, but it just didn't work. We're all too stupid.
PM's gonna have a real challenge trying to base his campaign on a party that is so incredibly dumb.
Okay, anyways. So, none of us heard that. What if we sawed one of the stalagmites off and made a bridge out of it?
What we gonna cut it with? Little owl.
I know! The owl can use its beak!
Oh,
Beaks are sharp,
maybe,
right?
but... Oh,
We don't think it's that sharp.
no. Unless I just keep using Zeratan's blessing to keep becoming rock hard, except I only have about, 2 more uses of it right now.
That sounds like a rock-solid plan.
Wait, actually. If I were to use Eldritch Blast on a stalactite, which one comes up from the ground? A stalagmite or a stalactite?
Stalactite hangs from the ceiling, stalagmite comes up from the ground.
Alright, stalagmite. that's not attached to the ceiling. If I were to fire Eldritch Blast at the base of it and make it do bludgeoning damage or force damage, what would be better against rock, do you guys think? Because I can make it do bludgeoning damage.
It could be about the same.
Alright. So... yeah, we can try it. Let's just do regular force damage, Eldritch Blast, against a stalagmite that's, like, near the shoreline that could potentially be long enough to, like, break, fall, and make a bridge to the next piece of land.
You just want to cross, like, this little outlet of the river, try to get to the other side?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I'm just making sure I understand.
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
You
Okay.
could follow the river, you could go back the way you came, you could walk around the shore.
I like to force my way through problems.
You could also ask Prince if he knows which way to go.
I will reiterate, I like to force my way through problems.
You do that, me ask Prince. Hey, Prince, do you know which way we should be going?
Like, I have no clue, man. I am totally out of my element here.
Yeah.
How much is the AC for, stone or rock?
It is 13.
I need to try again. I got a 16 that time.
Nice, you blasted it.
Cool. One second, let me roll damage. It is 1d6 plus 7. Alright. 1d6, don't fail me now. I rolled a 3. 10. 10 force damage to the rock. Kabam!
Wow. Yeah, that knocks it over.
Victory!
Which way did
All
it
right.
knock you over?
That's the next one we gotta decide. So roll a... Let's see.
No.
Best way we can do this.
1d4.
No.
No. It's... I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. I'm gonna 1d8. Or 12. Let's do a 12. We'll do it like a clock. Roll it. Roll a 1d12.
Oh, God. 6 o'clock. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
wow.
that's really not good.
No, that means it falls perfectly away from you because you're at 12. So you blasted it and it fell perfectly away. Holy crap. That's like a caber toss champion right there.
I'm a genius! I immediately step onto my newly formed bridge. I declare this the Bridge of Grimmel! And I start walking across.
All right. Well, you do that successfully. It seems to have just flopped down and kind of settled in. You going across there. It's just barely like 3 inches above the water level, but everything seems to be flowing under it.
Nice.
Right. Me guess we follow.
I'm a genius. Everyone will bow before me. I could be an architect.
So
All
nice to know you can build your cult buildings.
What? It's not a cult. A cult is religious-based. Mine would be a dictatorship. There's no worship there. I mean, they'd worship me, but I don't need prayer or that kind of gross thing. That's gross. That's way too dependent on me. They should revere me with fear and respect. They don't need to praise me. Worship's overrated.
Do you worship a deity?
He's not a deity, and it's not really worship. I just mutually respect him and follow all of his orders. But he doesn't give them to me very often, so.
But you're saying that's overrated.
Yes!
So why do you do
Respect is something completely different than worship.
it? If what you're doing is overrated, why do you do it?
I'm not worshipping Zaratan! We have a mutual bond. I do an occasional favor for him, and in return, he gives me power. That is not worshipping him. I respect him, but my followers in the future will not worship me either. They will respect me and revere me with great fear.
What's fair?
Oh, worship.
I have stuff laid out. You can't fool me. You can't trick me with your good is evil, stupid logic. It's not even real logic. It's dumb.
It's like you're just
fool
describing
me.
worship with extra steps.
No, it's not worship.
All right, people, let us walk while we debate. There are still elves that are probably following us.
All right,
Who cares
so
about
you
that?
guys,
They didn't
you
want to
guys
join.
make your way. What? Who didn't want to join?
Dark elves. They didn't want to. They wanted to enslave us. Remember?
Yes.
Oh,
they did.
they still didn't want to, follow leadership, so I don't care. If we come across them, we'll kill them. It's
Bet you
easy.
don't want to get captured by them again, do you?
Well, we're not going to. They're beneath me. That first time they were aided by something else. I don't know what, but never again.
All right. So we go across river, and then I guess we follow river away from dark elves.
Over the river and through the woods to Zeratin's house we go.
Zaratan doesn't live near here.
That's what Zeratan wants you to think.
If you must know, Zaratan lives in a very nice meadow somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, essentially. Nowhere underground like this. It's full of butterflies and flowers. He likes it that way.
All right. Well, you guys make it across to. You're now on the south side of the river, and there is, the I guess the lake to your left, and a forest of fungi to your right and before you.
Yes, we make our way through the fungi forest, hopefully without touching anything.
Well, you're not going to have too much of a choice. I mean, you have to have some interaction. It's like Jim Carrey at the end of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, when he's pushing through the fungi.
Well, whatever. We shall forge on.
All right.
Okay, how's my toad doing?
He's chilling. He's like, yep, I'm a toad.
Okay. So he hasn't been helpful at all, is what you're saying. His name is
he's
Bruce,
kind
isn't it? Wasn't it Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm making sure I remember that correctly.
Yep. And he's just chilling there. He didn't seem to not think you were in that much danger or something before.
Nah. Yeah, alright.
So which direction are you guys going? Are you heading like south, east, west, somewhere in between those?
Well, I think we're going perpendicular to the river's course. So we're on
Okay,
the south
kind
side,
of-
going perpendicular.
Yeah,
So-
it kind of is almost a northwesterly flow, so if you're perpendicular lean, you're kind of southeasting it.
Sounds okay. Sounds good.
Alright. Well, you go walking along, and, you can't really find a path. You're just kind of trying to take your bearings by looking at, some, reflective minerals far off in the distance. As you're walking along, you see clusters of crystals that are reflecting the light, and then a bit further ahead, you see kind of what looks like just a lava swell where something had burst up from down below. Every now and then you hear some just kind of horrid sounds from off in the distance, but you do keep pushing on, and it seems to just go mile after mile into this wilderness, and there doesn't seem to be anything here. Eventually, you come across some ruins.
Ruins.
Oh, what do the ruins look like?
All right. What you see is a small structure, mostly carved out of stone. Parts of it have collapsed, and the fungi have grown through, kind of like when you see a tree goes through like an old stone house.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears to have not had anyone around it in a long, long time.
All right. Me peek inside, see what inside looks like.
All right. Inside, you see a kind of a patch of yellow mold.
That is it? No equipment, no skeleton, no nothing?
No shiny things?
No, it seems oddly vacant. In fact, that area of yellow mold is almost glowing and seems to be keeping even the fungus, the normal mushrooms, from being able to grow near it.
I want some.
Seems like a good thing for me to avoid. Me not go anywhere near that mold.
Let's see, do I have extra fabric on me? Is there any kind of like loose fabric or like leaves around or something that I can potentially make into a bundle?
No leaves. There's, mushrooms and stuff.
Just fungus among us.
Does anyone have any spare fabric on them?
No?
Darn it.
Nope. Me not really having that.
Now I'm trying to decide whether I think my, warlock robes have pockets or not.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm vacant pockets. Alright, I'm going to, because I'm not an idiot, I'm going to use the Zeratan's Blessing to turn into stone, so it's not making contact with, bear skin, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to pick up some of the yellow fungus and put it in an empty pocket in my robes.
Okay. Well, it's a mold.
Just to, what?
It's a mold, not a fungus, but whatever.
Mold,
It's semantics. All right, so you're stone and you do that, and that works. How far? Where's everyone else, around the building at this time?
Well, me see Grimmel go into building to pick up mold. Me take 3 giant steps back.
Okay. About
You caught me when I was staring off into space. Literally the second I broke concentration
the
away.
little owl man is trying to collect some glowing mold.
I'll keep away from it.
all right. And Poplart?
Poplart is just keeping some distance. His bad experiences with mold.
All right. Well, you guys all standing back and watch. See this little stone owl go in. There's a poof of yellow all around, and then the stone owl comes hobbling out. Yep, got it. All right.
Word. This will be a nice offering for Zeratan later. He too likes shiny, glowy things.
So make sure you note that that is yellow mold that you have collected in there.
Got it.
All right. Cool. All right. So, guys, continue the same direction.
Yes, might as well.
All right. You are getting pretty tired. You should probably take a rest soon-ish.
Well, maybe if we come to a clearing or something, we will.
Well, let's see. What is ahead? There is... I have a table I get to roll on. It's kind of fun. You're walking along, and eventually you find kind of a high ledge that where it's somewhat clear, and there's a drop off before you of 12 feet.
All right. This looks like a good place for us to rest and recuperate.
I agree.
So, me climb up on ledge, and then me help members of party up that need help.
I'll just fly up.
Yeah, so really you climb and you just pull up like Foxglove, and that's it.
Okay. Then
Because
I
the others
follow
can fly. All right.
Okay.
Well. All right. Who's doing what for like taking watch and whatnot?
Oh, let us roll a 1d6 and lowest number starts, I guess. Order that way.
I can volunteer to go first. I mean, are there any good heights around here with good vision?
You could go up a bit more on the same like column of rock that produced this ledge. Since you can fly, you could just go up another 20 feet or so.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll keep an eye out, guys.
Alright, well, me roll 2. Grim will also roll 2, so we should probably roll again to see who goes next.
I'll be me.
Yep, so Grimmel is second, me is third, and then Foxglove ends the watch.
Okay.
I have a question. Ben, DM.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor and roll a 1d20?
18.
All right, you win. Poplar fell asleep during his watch.
Of course.
All right. He fell asleep. Let's see. Let me check real quick. Let me see. I'm trying to find. I've got a whole bunch of different things written up for this. All right. So, what happens is, as you are up there, you tip over asleep, and as you are asleep, you have these kind of, let me describe them. They're almost like brownies, but they're mushroom people. So they crawl up and they start picking through your stuff, and a couple of them take some gold pieces out that you don't realize, and they scurry off. So basically, oh well, I rolled a 4. So everyone has like one gold piece that gets scurried away by them. And let's see. Everyone roll. Do yeah, we could do a perception check to see if you're aware enough to wake up at any point during this.
Me getting that 20.
Foxglove also
Okay.
got nat 20.
Holy crap.
Apparently, when money's involved, we're really attentive.
Hoplite got 11.
Easily motivated, are we?
Yeah, geez. Well, Poplar, you stay asleep. And actually, so Foxglove and Barry, you both snap open to a couple of them on your chest, like looking at you, poking around. And Grimmel, you're a little groggy. You're not totally aware of what's going on, but you do kind of feel like there's something crawling on you. But Barry or Foxglove, you guys get first ability to do something.
Me roar at little mushroom men, say, "Me eat you!"
Charming.
The ones on you go ah! And start to run away.
Me let them.
Okay, Foxglove.
What should I do with the little thieves? I feel like Vicious Mockery is a bit too mean.
To viciously
Alright.
mock them all.
Can just smile sweetly at them and say, "You think that's thievery? How would you like to suffer the consequence of being caught for thievery? Show me your hands and I shall cut them off."
They hold out. They kind of hold their hands out, and you see them look left, look right, and then just kind of throw them up and start running.
Okay.
Me guessing me roar woke up Poplart.
Yeah. So you. Yeah. Well, maybe. Let's see. Poplar, roll. Give me a 1d20. Tell me what you get. You wake up, but you are groggy. You're not fully awake. You're like, what? Huh? What?
Wait, that's my turn, right?
Yes. You have a couple. You feel them crawling, like, inside your robe. You feel one.
Okay. So, of course, my immediate instinct is that this is a spider. So, I immediately start screaming, "Spider!" And I start rolling around on the ground frantically trying to get him off, smacking at me wherever I feel him crawling.
All right. Okay. So you do that, and a puff of mist starts coming out around you, and soon followed by, as you roll back, a very beaten and completely yellow little mushroom guy, as he looks kind of dazed and confused, with his head wobbling around.
Ow. Not a spider. Ow. I kind of poke at him, I guess. I'll pick him up, actually. He's groggy. I'll pick him up.
All right, you grab him and pick him up, and he starts to shake violently and fight against you. And I need you to make a Constitution save.
Oh, lovely. I have good constitution. Dirty 20!
Oh, nice. Actually, everyone else, I forgot, everyone else is close enough because you guys are all huddled together to sleep. So I need Constitution checks from Barry and Foxglove as well.
Was it the mold? It was probably the mold.
Me got 19.
Ray got a 3.
Bean Fox.
Foxglove got a 3.
Oh, okay. So most of you guys are fine. You sneeze, but Foxglove, you're like, oh, guys, I don't feel so good. As you kind of turn, at first you take 2 damage, and you kind of go over to the edge, and then I just need you to roll a 1d20 and tell me what you get.
Four.
Oh god, you hurl hard over the edge and take another 3 damage as you hurl and kind of flop to the ground.
Alrighty.
Wow, I've got a great built-in anti-pickpocket mechanism now. They'll pull out a handful of fungi and suddenly throw up and die.
Oh yeah, and you're still holding that little spore creature who's trying to get away.
Oh yeah. I just kind of examine it, I guess, and see kind of how it works. They're kind of cool, you know, they're kind of neat. Does he have any of the gold pieces on him?
No, this was not one of them.
Okay. Well, I guess you're cool. Bruce, you want to do anything?
He stares at it, and the mushroom is like, closes its eyes. Tries to look away.
Ah. It's smart. Okay, little mushroom guy, I'll let you go. And I just drop him on the ground, let him go.
Okay. He runs off, jumps over the edge. Poplart, you should be fully awake now.
Are there any still on me?
You didn't have any on you. You're high up above everyone, remember?
Oh yeah. I thought they rummaged through my stuff too.
No, just the 3 down below.
Oh. Alright then. Popeye just goes, peeks over the edge and goes, "Uh-oh, you did it again, Poppy. You did it again."
All right.
Pop art. Me say, Pop art.
Yes.
You not good Richmond.
I thought I'd watched pretty good. I mean, I'm watching it all happen. Isn't that what you do as a watch?
No. You see something, you are supposed to warn us and wake us up.
Oh, it's like when like the little pixies and stuff come around us. They're like, "Oh, see something, say something," right? I never really did really good at that training.
Obviously.
Well, why? I never understood. Why do you have to shout out something every time you see anything? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Doesn't matter what you say as long as you wake us up so we don't die.
You were dying?
Well, he could have
There's
been.
always potential.
Pretty dang active for a dead guy.
There's always potential.
Anyway, Pop art. Never mind. It is time for next person. Go back to sleep. If you're lucky, we won't.
Yeah, who was it that had the next one?
That's me. Yeah, right. We're doing this together, Bruce. Alright. So I guess I take watch.
Alrighty. Well, let's see. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, great. I'm really good at those, can't you tell? Oh, I rolled a 19! Haha!
You spot movement out in the distance, and as you watch it, you see a set of eyes suddenly lock with yours, and there's you recognize a moment of realization as it then turns and disappears back into the darkness.
Oh, that was weird. Anyways.
The rest of your watch is uneventful.
Cool. Alright, Barry, you're next.
Alright. Did you see anything?
Not really.
Alright, me on watch now.
Alright. You sit up, and you are looking around. Roll me your perception.
Ooh. will me not do well. Me only roll 8.
All right. Well, you're chilling there. You're like, cool. There's nothing going on. Everything's good. But you do keep noticing there's this sound. It's almost a drip. It's almost more like a splat. But you're not sure, and you can't exactly place it. You can tell that it is getting closer. But really quick, just roll me a 1d10 and tell me what you get.
Me got 3.
Perfect. Oh, that's a good thing actually for you.
Oh,
So
good.
you sit there the whole time, but nothing ever happens. You find that interesting that sound kept getting closer, but nothing occurred. So you wake up the next person for their shift.
Foxy Glove, your turn.
All right, I suppose.
There's some kind of weird flippy splat
I'll keep an eye
that I
out.
was noticing while I was on watch, so be aware.
Mm-hmm.
Me go to sleep.
Just like out. Like, yep.
It's
All
been
right.
a long day.
As you're sitting there, you keep hearing that sound. What do you want to do? Do you just listen to it? Do you want to investigate it? Do you want to sit there and wait? It's up to you.
I feel like investigating is a bad idea, just putting me in a bad situation.
Fair enough.
So I'll just wait for it until I see it. If I don't, that'd
Well-
be much better for me.
Let's see. You just keep sitting there, and you actually you hear that kind of sound. It gets closer and closer, and you don't really notice anything other than suddenly it gets very quiet, and you feel like a burning sensation suddenly from under you.
Well, that can't be good.
Nope. In fact, you take 2 acid damage from beneath you. And let's see. Barry takes 3. Grimmel, you take 3. And Poplart, you take 2.
Ah,
All of you guys are suddenly awoken by a burning sensation from under you. Feels like acid is burning you.
ow, 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 ow.
All right. We rested long enough to at least redo our hit points.
You technically have been disturbed,
Twice.
but
Okay. All right. So I took 3.
yes.
All right. Okay.
You'll
We're
have a
great
chance
at
to
this
finish resting.
Uh-huh.
You'll get a chance to finish resting.
All right. Well, me jump up.
All right. You jump up. Does everyone else?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I would
All
think
right.
that's your natural reaction, getting acid burned.
I have some nasty older brothers.
As you leap up, you see this kind of ochre-colored goo suddenly pull away from where you were and start to congeal against the back wall.
Hmm.
I check my pockets. Is like
Okay.
the mold that I grabbed, is that still there?
There's a small amount left, yes, though a bunch did get on that little mushroom man and then spread to your party.
Okay.
But yes,
So
you do
it's
still
not
have
the-
some.
Alright, it's not the mold gaining sentience. I've eliminated that option.
Yes, it is definitely not the mold gaining sentience.
It could have, you never know. Then I could have tamed it and added it to my army.
Ah.
Okay, anyways. So, goop that just suddenly recedes. So it seems to be at least semi-sentient. Slash, attached to something. Sentient. I run after it. Because maybe it will want to join my rebellion.
Well, it's just like congealing back to the back of your platform that you're on. So you run for like what, 5-6 feet?
Okay, well.
Hoplite is hovering now because the ground is lava.
I don't know how to begin communicating with this, but I will try. So I go on my usual rant about how you seem strong. You wanna know who else is strong? Me and Zaratan. And with the power of Zaratan by my side, it will prove that he is truly evil. And I'm going to take over the entire world someday. And if you join my army now, you will be by my side when that happens. And because you will be by my side from the very beginning, you will join my higher ranks. And we have dental and cookies.
There's no reaction from the creature. You also notice, or from the goo, I shouldn't say creature. There's no reaction from the large ball of goo that has coagulated. Possibly because you notice there are no ears.
That does put a damper on our relationship. Alright. That didn't work. But it's goo, so.
All right. Let's see. How far away is Fungi Forest?
The forest you came through? I mean, you could jump down and run a few feet into it.
Okay. Do any of these fungi appear, like, say, dried out?
Sure. Yeah, there's some, like, dead ones. We'll treat it like a regular forest that has trees, but some fungi standing dead.
All right. Me jump down. Me grab dead piece of fungi. Me try to light it on fire.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you have enough movement. You jump down, run over, and then you trying to ignite it. What are you trying to ignite it with?
Flint and steel. Same thing I would ignite any campfire with.
Okay. Roll me a survival check, I guess.
Me roll 15.
All right. Well, that's successful. Yeah, you got one with some dry gills, and you are able to get it like smoldering.
Oh, okay. Smoldering, but not burst into flame like a torch.
Oh, we'll get to that point, but come on, you this
Oh,
is like
okay.
round one. You've jumped down, run over, and you've got the thing started.
Okay, me breathe on, me blow on it to ignite.
All right, you're doing that. All right.
Really?
You can't really do much else. I mean, that's a lot for one round.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. So Poplart / Foxglove, who wants to? You guys do anything?
Uh,
I guess Foxglove started the whole thing was the one on watch. Well, no, I mean you can still react. You have a reaction. Go ahead.
If Poplar wants to do something first, then he
I
can.
was just hovering around,
Okay.
checking out the situation.
Yeah, Poplar doesn't do anything. Why would you say that?
I don't do anything either.
Okay. Well, you see this goo kind of like pull back to the back there, and with all four of you in front, it's just going to whoever's closest to it.
Well, actually, I'm
We
down
didn't-
off the ledge now.
Yeah, you're down off the ledge, so there's three of you there. So, and Poplart's floating up there. So I guess it just you see this like part of it shoot out violently, and it tries to slam into Foxglove with a 19 to hit.
It hits.
And that thing it slams into you like super hard. Does 9 bludgeoning damage, and the spot it struck starts to burn, and you see this like acid burn into your flesh for an additional 3.
Wonderful.
Right. Witnessing this, Grimmel, what do you do?
I have a couple ideas. My first idea would be to Eldritch Blast it off, because it's force damage, so potentially we'll have it go flying off the ledge. Second idea, which would be a bad one, would be to use Earth Tremor, which would break the ledge we're on, causing it to fall down, but we would also probably fall down in the process. So, probably not the good idea there.
Probably not.
Alright, I will Eldritch Blast and see if the force damage will just drive it off the ledge.
Okay.
So 10 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah! Okay. Let me make sure. That is 9 force damage.
Awesome. Your blast shoots out of your beak, and it slams into the thing, and you see it like punching a jello mold. It just kind of pulls back, and you see there's a little singe mark, and the whole thing just shakes and shudders.
So it did not do anything, okay.
Yes, it did.
It didn't do what I wanted it to do. So it didn't do anything.
Okay, all right, fine. Yeah,
I
it didn't
only
do
acknowledge success.
anything. All right. Well, you're okay. So Barry, you're down there. You got your fire going.
All right. Is it like torch now?
Sure. Yeah, there's some flames coming off of it. It's not like a massive blaze, but it's burning.
All right. Me take up fungus torch, run back up onto ledge, and try to burn ooze.
Okay, so you just like toss your fungus torch into the ooze.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
I'm trying to imagine this, how this would work. Okay.
Me was originally trying to poke fire into ooze, but I think tossing torch into ooze is a better idea.
All right. Well, yeah, you toss it in, and you see that the mushroom cap kind of begins to melt, but at the same time the fire does end up burning it, and it wraps up around it, and you can see it shudder just like it did when it got hit with the Eldritch Blast as it takes some damage, but then it like wraps around it and snuffs out the flames. But you heard it.
Okay.
All right. Poplart, you're still floating overhead.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what good I'm gonna be in this situation. I mean, it's a gooey ooze, and I have stabby sticks.
You have a valid point.
I do. Let me see, actually. I need to look up this stuff. I cast guidance on my owl friend. Which basically means when you're trying to do
Okay.
something now, you can add an additional 1d4 to whatever check you're trying to do. Fly down and pat it on the back and say, "Good job, keep going."
Okay.
Your validation is appreciated.
All right. Foxglove, what do you do?
Well, I don't have much. I don't think Vicious Mockery would do much to it. And the only other thing I can do that has damage would Grimmel. And I'm not sure my rapier would be much effect, but it attacked me, so it's personal now. So I suppose I'll try my rapier.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, well, yeah, that hits.
Eight damage.
Is that a piercing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, all right. You stab it in, and it goes straight through it, and the whole thing, like, shudders and shakes, and you see it pull back tight, like, away from where you'd stabbed, and it slides out of your stabbing. It slides out of your rapier, but you can tell you hurt it. All right, and then as it pulls back, you see your friend, the prince, who's just been kind of hanging out and not doing much, but he runs up. He's like, "Guys, I got this!" And he runs in and takes a mighty kick, and he hits it barely. Holy crap! Like, jeez. And sends a big chunk of it flying off the ledge and away down into the thing, at which point the whole rest of it just kind of like oozes over the side, and you hear it start kind of rolling away.
No. I was about to do something fun.
Oh, you still can. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's gone now. There's no point wasting a spell slot on it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's... You guys basically killed it. It was so low on hit points, I didn't see a reason to keep it around. So I was like, yeah, he kicks off a huge chunk of it because it's so weak that, you know, from what you guys have done.
Nice.
All right.
Alright. So then the prince guy's standing there. He's like, "Huh. Well, that was terrible. I'll stand guard for you guys if you want to get the rest of your rest in. I'll watch for the next couple hours."
Hopefully you're better at it than we are.
I promise I will perform my job admirably.
All right. Well, we will try.
No one likes to suck up.
Do not listen to little Owl Man. He's just upset because he has not been able to recruit a single person to his army yet.
No, I got that one sleeper agent, remember?
Anyway, me going back to bed.
All right. Well, he actually does his job. Nothing happens, so you do finally get your full complement of your rest in.
Yeah.
He needed it.
Spell slots we didn't. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Did I ever... Ah! Alright.
All right. We wake up. We continue on, trying to find a way out of this.
Yes.
We want to
All
see
right.
again.
Sun's overrated. I just know I can't continue my world conquest in here.
You have a son?
God, no. Suns are too much work.
Well,
They don't
as you
become
guys,
useful until way later in life, so why on earth would I have a son now?
I don't know. Accidents can happen.
What kind of accident? Not at my age.
I don't know. All I know is my mommy told me I was an accident my whole life. So I know it can happen. Not sure what she meant by it.
Well, usually what that means, Poplart, is your mom got frisky. Your mom had sex with something, and you were the result, but she did not plan you.
What is sex?
I will explain it to you as we walk along, trying to escape this place.
ooh, roll a performance check for that.
My god, it's the exploding babies all over again.
You got an act.
All right. Well,
If there's one thing he knows, it's sex.
all right.
In my
gods.
mind, in this universe, the Fae hatch from eggs. So that's why he's just confused.
Well,
So-
now you know every detail, and it is perfectly accurate.
That sounds horrible. Like, why would you ever do that?
It is how species are propagated. I don't know. Actually, that's way too big a word for me to know. That is how circle of life continues.
I always thought life was more of like a rhombus. You know, a little lopsided, but otherwise kind of makes sense.
You know what? I get what you mean.
Poplart, do me a favor. Stop talking.
That's
It's a pretty
the
big
that's
favor
in
to
the
ask.
vault of rejected Disney songs.
Life is a rhombus.
The rhombus of life.
And it moves us all.
In its oblong way.
Alright.
All right. Yeah, let's not get sued by them. Anyway,
They would have to.
all right. You guys walk for several hours, and eventually you come to like a stream, just like a little babbling brook that crosses your path. It's not deep. I mean, it's maybe 18 inches, 24 at the most. But it, it's shallow. It's easily crossable. But you notice that, there's some fish in it, and it seems clean.
Bruce, my amphibious friend. I understand that water is probably nice for you. Would you like to take a swim?
Yep.
Yeah. I let Bruce hop and swim around for a little bit.
He does, and you see him at one point. Yep, he's even able to. He grabs a little fish and eats it.
Oh, good for
And-
Bruce.
Yep. After a while, he pokes his head out. Hey, this is super clean. You should drink.
Clean water. Alright. I'll take a drink. I trust
Yep.
my familiar.
You find he's right. It's just clean water, like filtered straight from the earth. Yeah, it's like right out of an aquifer.
Me drink too. Me also fill canteen.
Good idea.
Me also look at fish. What kind of fish are they?
Some kind of like underground, dark pike. Something, yeah.
So not like. So this stream is not close to surface then.
No, definitely not.
Alright. Well, we've had a drink. Let us continue.
All right. Do you follow it or do you cross it?
Me thinks we should probably go upstream.
Upstream. Okay.
Yeah, because stream the water flows from high to low. So if we go upstream, we'd be climbing.
All right. Well, you go upstream, which doesn't seem like much of a climb, for about an hour, and what you find to be the headwaters is a small pond with a water bubbling out in the middle. It's approximately 9 feet long, 4 feet wide, has kind of a conical bottom to it.
That no help. All right. I guess at this point we cross stream and continue. Well, so pond. Does basically the cavern kind of end at this pond then?
Yeah, there's like a bit of like a column there, something that's like a large chunk of wall, but really it's like a hole where there's, it's through the rock, so the water comes bubbling out and then flows away.
Doesn't seem useful.
No. Well, can we continue going in the direction we were going, like upstream, or do we have to basically change direction?
This is not totally blocking you. You could go around this columnous area and continue going basically more or less east, but you've been moving mostly southwest.
Don't like me, I don't have a solution.
Me not know either. Look around. What do me see?
Well, you're still in this kind of vast area that's, filled with the various glowing fungi and stuff. There's a dozen different species around you. Here, let's say you roll a survival check for me real quick.
Me roll 14.
All right, it's you kind of open yourself up to the world around you, and you try to listen, and from where you are, you don't hear anything, but you feel the slightest breeze, and it's like there's air moving to the west.
Okay. Me go in direction of
All right. You guys start walking that way, I guess. I'm assuming everyone else follows you.
Nothing else to do.
Yep.
Yep. All right. And eventually you get to this point after a couple hours where it's almost like there's a line in the rock where all of a sudden all of the fungi stop. You know, like when you hit the edge of a forest.
Mm-hmm.
And you see in front of you a pretty good span. It's about, I mean, you can see huge, several miles, probably, looking 2 to 4 miles of just what could almost be described as a rock desert. Just nothing but wide open before you. And on the far side of it, you see what looks like a variety of holes in a more or less sheer vertical rock face. But there's like holes all over the place.
Mm. Me thinks this is not ominous at all.
Definitely not.
Actually, me look at walls with holes. Me think giant worms for some reason. But
They're
this
not
is-
round.
No, okay.
They look more like natural cave formations.
All right. Well, go 2 holes. Try to find a source of breeze.
All right. Well, you guys, trudge across that opening then, and as you're there, you feel just the slightest breeze coming out of several of them, almost like the air is, or sorry, out or two. Needs to be out of. Well, whatever. The air moves at you, and you feel that it could be any one of them. Like maybe these are just like a Swiss cheese through the rock.
All right. Me pick biggest hole that air is coming out of.
All right. You begin to walk inside, and you notice first that it starts to descend, but ever so slightly.
All right. Well, we keep going.
All right. You come to a junction, and you need to make a decision on which way you go. Basically, left, right, or straight.
Me always follow air. Which way is air coming from?
In this case, we'll have to make a check for that, whatever you want to use. Perception or survival, whatever will work best for you to try to tell that.
They're both the same.
Okay.
Me roll 18.
18, okay. Well, while you do feel air coming from all of them, the one to your right seems to be the strongest.
Me go right.
Awesome. All right. You find your way through various twists and turns. You're not even sure what direction you're going anymore. And into a large kind of room, you hear in the distance the running of a lot of water, like there's a river somewhere nearby.
All right. Me curious. Me try to find source of sound.
Okay. Trying to think. So you find two. There's 2 potentials it could be. One of 2 access points that are kind of down to your left. The ones on the right are definitely not it. So you'll have to find a way to decide which one to go down.
You said there's. Say that again. There's 2 access points to my left.
Yes, so you have to just, if you want to go toward the water, you'll have to figure out which one to go down.
I mean, we could split up.
Me turn to Grimmel and me say, "Hey, little Owlman, which way does your toad think the water is?"
He's not really omniscient, like... Whatever.
Yes.
Bruce, do you know which way the water would go?
Water flows down.
Okay, but like, there's water nearby right now. Do you know where it is? Which way?
I'm not omniscient.
Yeah, see? He's not a miracle worker, he's realistic.
Also, a toad that likes water. I figured maybe there is a way he could sense water.
No!
Tell your buddy I'm just a toad, man.
No, you're not just a toad, Bruce. You're a hypno-toad, and my familiar. We will accomplish great things together.
Alright. Me pick at random.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they're both going left, but one's going to be on the right, one's going to be on the left.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking.
Alright, so odd, I'm going left.
Okay.
It was odd, so I picked the left one.
Alright, you take the farthest left. And you come down to a point where you are on a ledge with a fall of about 11 feet. Right? Yeah, about 11 feet down from where you're at. You do see a river, and you're in the midst of a cavern that drops, that goes out before you a good, let's say 70 feet. And you can tell there's a raised area about 40 feet up and across the river from you. And there's something in there that's shiny that keeps catching your eye.
Oh,
Okay.
shiny.
Yes. So shiny is across this big body of water.
Yep. So, down 10 feet, then across the river, which is, a good, 20 feet wide here.
Okay. Me look at river. How fast is river going?
It's it's not particularly fast moving. It's relatively slow and wide. You're looking at a total depth of like maybe 6 feet when you're about 5 feet out. So it drops down pretty quick, but it seems to not. It's not too massive. It's like the Willamette, in a nice wide area. Like it's flowing, but it's not like rushing.
All right. Okay. Me actually look at Poplart and say, Poplart.
Yes?
How far can you fly?
Kind of as far as I want. They're wings.
takes a while.
They're not like horses or something.
Okay. You want to go in shiny over there?
Absolutely. I
then
thought you
come
never
back
asked.
You come back and tell us about
I
it.
have to come back too? Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's gonna
Yeah.
take him a while.
My fly speed's about 20 feet. Not exactly a sprinter, on these little things.
That's fine. We got time.
All right. Well, you fly up there, and you find yourself in a. How to describe this? It's a room that looks almost like it's been carved, like a crystal structure has carved this out. And in the middle of it, there is a map that is, made out of stone, almost carved stone. And around it are the shiny that you saw, these little hexagon discs with different patterns on them.
Curious. I poke one.
It moves slightly.
Oh, I poke another one.
It also moves slightly.
Interesting.
When you push something, it moves. Cause and effect.
Fascinating. I fly back and tell them what I found.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should all investigate then. Me jump off ledge and start wading across river.
Oh, the ways down. You roll me a acrobatics check.
Ooh, me roll 5.
Ooh. Yeah, you definitely bruise your ankle. You take like 3 damage.
Okay.
It's a decent fall. Like, could have gotten hurt.
Yep. Okay, anyway. Me start wading across river.
All right. It gets pretty deep pretty quick. I mean, you're gonna have to start swimming it if you're gonna actually make it.
I thought you said it was only 6 foot deep.
Yeah, you're only... How tall are you?
At least.
I'm just saying, if you're 6 feet tall and it's 6 feet deep, the top of your head is at the top of the water.
Well, yes, but I can kind of bounce across on my tippy toes.
All right, let's do athletics then.
All right. I mean, swimming is going to be kind of hard. I'm in plate armor.
I understand this, so you're gonna... But I won't... Let's do an athletics check here.
Me got 19.
All right, so yes, you successfully make it across. You end up a bit downriver from where you intended, but you did it. You made it.
All right.
I mean, you're dripping wet inside your armor now.
Well, yes, but
All right, so you make it. What about Foxglove?
I mean, I guess I'll swim. What should I roll for that?
The same athletics.
Nat 20.
Yeah. You're like, behold, I was a Olympic breaststroker, and you just get out there and like doop 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 doo straight across. Like you even go against the current perfectly and don't end up downriver at all.
Alkin, come join us.
All right, I'll fly over.
And Darendil's like, "Hey guys, about me, should I swim?"
Yes, you got working legs and arms, don't you?
Okay, I'll try. Oh my god, he nat 20'd.
See, worried about nothing.
He observed Foxglove and was like, "Oh yeah, I can totally do that." All right, you guys make it across.
All right. Fantastic. Me climb up into room.
All right, you pull yourself up. It's not too hard, but you see the room that I was describing. It's big kind of stone map looking thing, and these kind of crystalline discs that are laying out on the table. There's a whole variety of them.
All right. Me. What does me look at map? What does map?
Well, the map it looks almost like a miniature of the various caves and so forth around you. You can see where there's a carved line of a river snaking through, and a circular spot next to it, almost marking like your cavern.
Okay. Me look at pieces. Me think they look maybe like puzzle pieces. Me try to push them together to see if they make pretty picture.
When you push them all together, they don't seem to do anything, and they don't seem to make an image. But you do notice in looking at them that each one is kind of individually marked. It might be a language or a symbol, but your brain can't make sense of it.
Me turn to party. Does anybody else make any sense of this?
That's kind of why I got
Now.
you.
I do have an invocation, Eyes of the Rune Keeper, so I can read all writing. Let me try it! So I'll see if it's a language.
Okay. Did you cast it?
Yeah. It should be 12.
Okay. You take a look at it, and you're like, this is not a language.
Well, now we know that.
And knowing is half the battle.
Foxglove, does this look any kind of familiar to you?
Why should I know?
Because you can read.
I don't know. You a bard. You've been places. Maybe you've seen this before.
Fine, I will investigate it myself.
Okay.
$14 for investigation, I guess. I don't know.
All right. You stare at it for a long time, and it doesn't make much sense to you, other than you do notice that the pattern kind of looks like some of the shapes on the table.
I will relay that to the party.
Pattern of what?
Like the little dots kind of line up to like where there's a carving on the table there in front of you.
So the hexagonal pieces, they don't match the map image, do they?
They kind of like look, as you look at it, the pattern on the crystal kind of looks like the pattern on the like where the miniature is carved.
Okay.
So like, where there appears to be a, like, say, a chamber that you had come through, it almost looks like that on the crystal, like where you had the choice to go like left or right or center or whatever.
Me think these might be like map pieces. So me scoop up hexagons and put them in my pouch.
Okay. They're in your pouch.
Okay. I don't know. Me look closer at map, and me try to figure if there is a way out of caverns.
Well, let's see how well you can study it. Let's see. Would that be just a standard intelligence check? See if you can read it? Or would that be wisdom? Hard to say.
Well, it wouldn't be necessarily reading because I can't read, but it's a picture. I mean,
Yeah.
you can kind of. I would think you could discern.
How about wisdom? Let's do a wisdom check.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense because you're right. You're not reading it. You're just trying to figure out by
Yeah.
looking at the picture.
Like what? Like Barry's so dumb he can't read like picture books. Like, like
Me got 18 on wisdom check.
I think he probably is, but okay, 18. Yeah, you're looking at it and you're like, well, there's nothing here that explicitly takes us out, but there is this place upriver. It looks like if we were to follow it due north from here, they might have an opening to the upper world there.
Okay.
It-
Yeah, me, before me leave, me take out hexagon pieces one more time and try to put them together so they match image.
Well, you see that none of them actually match the image directly. You'll see like a pattern for one section if it's there, and then say another one kind of matches another section, but it's across the board. And there's no way that you can actually have them touching to link up. But when they're like all in their different locations, you just notice that the patterns are similar.
Me not real good with puzzles. Puzzles make me head hurt. All right, me. All right, me shrug. Me lose interest.
yeah.
Me go. All right, let's just go upriver.
All right.
Okay. You guys make your way down and start following the river, I guess.
What else to do?
Yeah. Well, the river at least provides you a steady path. You do notice there's all sorts of various tunnels that go off, in opposite, almost perpendicular to it and disappear into the rock surface. So there's obviously lots of options and ways you could go. And Barry, you remember seeing some of these marked on the miniature map back where you were at. And seeing the patterns matching the crystals that you have stored in your pocket.
Okay, cool. Yeah, me think crystals helpful. All right. Let me follow river.
Okay. Well, you follow the river for quite a ways until you see the spot where it turns hard, and you know from the minimap this was the area that you needed to start moving away from the river, basically heading due west.
Okay. Me turn west. Say, follow me.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this takes you quite some time to navigate through everything, so you guys are definitely feeling some of you are feeling quite exhausted just from the trudge of it all, but there is no real good marker of day and night here, so you kind of just can do what you want. Press on if you want.
No, me think this might be a good time. If we find, are we kind of in a tunnel, or are we in a larger open
Yeah,
spot?
you're in a tunnel. It's just a big, long, open area, more or less.
How open? How wide?
Oh, let's say 12 feet.
All right, probably good enough. Me call a halt. Me think this is a good place to rest.
I guess.
Foxglove, are you tired?
I do not care.
Bruce can swim in the river more.
No, we're away from the river, sweetie.
Darn it.
Well, you guys don't really appreciate this, but flying around all the time is kind of exhausting, so I'm not against a rest if you need to, take a little break.
Yes, me think we should rest, and then we can press on and get out to the caverns.
Do you know how many calories I have to burn to keep flapping these wings enough times in order to actually get airborne? It's incredible.
Then all right, let us rest.
Alright. Hopefully someone can stay awake during his turn.
Yeah, I agree. Like, people kept falling asleep all the time.
Well, we all failed except for Prince, so lots of fingers to point blame.
How did I fail? No, seriously, how did I fail? What did I do?
No, me not know, but
But I know you failed. I don't know what you did, but I know you messed up.
pretty much.
I never mess up. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so we shall rest here.
Well, how about you guys rest for the night? We will call it successful, and we will pick up here next time.
Woo! So tired.
Fade to black.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
I get it.
You're good.
We can
I had fun. I always have fun.
we can sleep.
Oh.
Sleep in.
Well, good. I have this huge map. I mean, gigantic map of the Underdark that you guys are working your way through.
Really, I didn't notice.
Oh, sorry. I
No,
try.
that's fine.
I'm doing the best I can off of it, but it is like if I did it by the way they wrote it up, you would have never made it as far as you did. I'm trying to get us to somewhere. The map is so damn big that like the hexes they have drawn on it, each one marks like 24 miles. So
Wow.
yeah,
So
I'm like,
the
yeah, let's.
little hexagons is like 24 miles.
Yeah, so I'm like, let's not use that measurement. Let's just be like, yeah, you guys made it pretty darn far.
Yeah. Well, especially since all we want to do is get out of the Underdark.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm trying to, make you get there, but also pick up some stuff and maybe learn things along the way.
Right. Well, let's see here. We've learned that yellow mold is bad.
What?
I think some of us may have learned this more than others.
I still think it's cool.
Foxglove does not remember this with any fondness.
No, that was quite unexpected.
Cool. It's actually kind of fun. It's kind of nice to actually be able to roll an intimidation check and actually have that work, because that never worked with either of my dwarven characters.
Yeah, true.
So, which is funny because you would think that dwarves could be intimidating even though they are short. I mean, they're hairy.
Oh, they can be. They definitely can be. I mean, they can. Yeah, they can be quite scary.
But I mean, intimidation is charisma based, and that was neither one of my characters were high in charisma. So
Yeah, you needed like a dwarven bard.
yeah, but Barry actually has pretty high charisma.
True.
Poplar has high charisma purely because everyone just thinks he's too cute and smells of brownies. It's the only reason why I gave him charisma is just because he only has basically one stat. Everything else is kind of hobbled, and that's dexterity.
Yeah.
I actually rolled a nat 20 when rolling up stats. I'm like, well, I'm gonna give him charisma. Because he's a warlock.
Yep.
I mean, it kind of works too, because either people are scared of him, or he's charismatic because he's adorable. Either or.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. This party is generally all high on charisma, and we're all really dumb. Except for
Poplar isn't really high on charisma.
Mhm.
That happens to be one of his few positive character traits. He has like really like not super negative anything, but like negative intelligence, negative wisdom, negative strength because he's a little fairy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Barry is just a blunt instrument. All right, guys. Well, it sounds like everyone is tired except for possibly Alex. So, I suppose I should let you all go, and we will pick this up next week.
Awesome. I look forward to it.
All right.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for our character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.